Madam Deputy Speaker. And I want to thank the Opposition for bringing this important debate forward, and to the Minister for some very helpful information he gave in his response just now. And to put on record my appreciation of the efforts of the ministerial team. This is an enormous crisis for everybody, but I want to congratulate them for the speed with which they're responding in ways large and small. And some of the information we just heard is very helpful in small ways for councils, particularly making it easier for councils to meet and to do their business more flexibly given the crisis. So I think that's going to be very welcomed at local authority level. I pay tribute to the spirit of the opposition front bench as well. It's absolutely tremendous to see the way this House is coming together to address these issues. I want to talk very quickly about 2 points, Madam Deputy Speaker. The first, other members have raised it, the amazing response of our communities to this crisis and to the impending demand for support that particularly elderly people are going to have. It's absolutely wonderful to see. I just have some anxiety about how we're going to coordinate this effort in a way that doesn't stifle it. And I was a community worker in North Kensington at the time of the Grenfell disaster, and I saw there again this huge uprising and upsurge of voluntary support and effort and sort of outpouring of love and resources from the community. But there was a huge challenge around the coordination of it, and we're going to have to get that balance right in all of our communities in the coming months. I was speaking this today to council workers in Wiltshire, my local council authority, and I think they've got a really good balance there. They're not attempting to coordinate directly themselves the efforts of volunteers and of local community groups that are rising up. They're not trying to tell them what to do or how to do it, but what they are doing is providing a hub for information exchange, and where there is gaps emerging, they're coming in to support it. Give way.
Honourable friend for giving way on that point, and I think that's been one of my concerns just throughout this process, is that in my own constituency there are lots of organisations who are absolutely up for the challenge here, but I think particularly when we look at things like food security, we need to make sure that there's no duplication. So would you agree with me that whilst it's not necessarily for local authorities to do that coordination, it would be good if helpful tips and ideas are disseminated throughout the UK so that we're avoiding this issue of duplication, particularly around issues such as food security?
I thank Honourable Member for that, and I entirely agree. And I think there is a huge role for social media, for this sort of organic, spontaneous coordination that we're seeing. But also there is a role for the public sector, and particularly for local authorities, to provide that. And I just want to urge the Minister, it would be very helpful, I think, for the public to hear a clear communication that we entirely support and encourage this sort of voluntary effort. But please, anybody who wants to try and match volunteers with households and so on needs to plug into the to local government and parishes and towns, particularly in rural areas, from what I'm concerned with. My second point is about the lost income for local authorities, and I hear the points being made very, very powerfully about the additional burdens that are going to be placed on local authorities as a result of the demand that we're going to be seeing. But there's also the lost income that councils are going to have to endure as a result of the crisis. In Wiltshire, we're worrying about up to £25 million worth of income that normally is received through all sorts of activities such as leisure services and parking and non-payment of council tax and so on. So we are stepping in to support businesses with their lost revenue. I think we need to think about how we're going to do that for councils as well, not just help them meet the additional demand for their services, but to compensate them for their losses as well. Thank you.